You await the king. Bum, 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 bum. Welcome back, friends. It's BigDenoPlays Kingdom Death. We are about to face one of the only creatures I have yet to face in the gambler's chest, the king. He arrives in Lantern Year 22 for some reason. We're about to find out why. It's an exciting time. Um, Feeling really good as we lean into the second or the third and final leg of this Gambler's Chest People of the Dreamkeeper expansion. We've got 5 endeavours to spend, which we spent on juicing up Rowena Ravenclaw. And our next few years look like The Butcher and the story event Wanderer Luck. Don't know what that's going to be, can't wait. Another face-off against Atlas, and then the final showdown with the God Hand. So we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hunts against the Butcher. Oh, sorry, not the Butcher, against the King, including this one that we're about to do now. And if we think about it in collective cognition terms, we will go 1 level 1, 2 level 2s, and 3 level 3s, probably. It doesn't actually matter because the only collective cognition benefit we've got left is this ancient wisdom, which we get at collective cognition 50. So we're going to get that pretty soon anyway. And also the benefit of it is we can use retired survivors. We don't have any retired survivors. Everyone keeps dying. People keep murdering each other and stealing all their shit. So we're going to depart to face a level 1 king. We could probably take a level 2. Level 3, I actually don't think we could. Level 3 looks tough in terms of what he brings to the table. His toughness 25 and +2 accuracy. So really, really good. So we're just going to face a level 1. So we shall depart. Boom. Upon departure, I'll just remind everyone that departing survivors gain survival up to the settlement limit. Boom, 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 boom. However, poor Rowena, she gets nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because of her collectivism. So when you depart, set your survival to 0 after applying all bonuses. Everyone also gains 2 strength tokens. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Like this guy needs it. 1, 2. 1, 2. So that is that. We have no shrine. We're not going to use the shrine this year because of what we're trying to do with our werewolf, Remus Lupin. So let's quickly go through the survivors. So Neville is also going to add 1, 2, 3 to each location that has metal armor. Done. What can I take? Can I take something in that spot? Sure, at this point, why not take some stone noses, Deno? He's gaining insanity and survival. Okay, so on arrival, if your survival's at the settlement survival limit, gain 2 reroll tokens. When your reroll result is a 9+, gain another reroll token. Fun. Guardian, Sword and Shooter, perfect. Juice Hunter, got to remember that. Don't think we need to do it at this point, given that we've got 16 survival. Ronald has to depart, and he has done so. About to be chosen. Relativity seems good. At this point, I think we are going to probably try and kill Ronald, because I think the champion storyline is not a good one for us at the end. For him anyway. So let's just kill him, take all of his great stats, and we'll have our werewolf guy just living the dream. Rowena, she has no survival, but she is going to gain a survival every turn from the, everyone is, from the Lantern Festival gear, which is fun. And she's also 4 evasion. And Lupin, he's got 0 armor. So I don't know what's going to happen to him. Why has he got 0 insanity though? That's not ideal. I think I gave 2 insanity. I think I gave some insanity to her. Yeah, I definitely could have given out some insanity, but I'm pretty sure I gave 2 insanity to him twice. So I'll just put 2 at least on Lupin. So he's got some brain damage protection. Okay, that is all. We have departed. Here is our showdown with the king. We are here. Basic hunt events. Fine. And the king's hunt events. First time they've been shuffled. Boom. So we will move onto here, and the first person for our hunt is Neville Longbottom. And we flip. Failed Labyrinth. Remove yourself from the hunt. What an interesting card. I'm not sure who to do here. I don't want to nominate Neville. So I have some Dried Acanthus on Lupin. So maybe I will do Lupin in case he rolls a dismembered. And if he doesn't make it to the fight, we're in trouble. Let's do it. We'll do Lupin. Come on, Lupin. 4. Okay, so he gains a -1 accuracy token. I'm actually going to put that out because we will be able to discard that with Song of the Brave, depending on what happens. And we can reveal the first 3 hit locations on arrival. So I'll put that here so I remember. Next hunt event is a random hunt event. And we get 4. I think that's Broken Lantern Horde or something. Famine. You may have the survivors press on. If you press on, survivors pull their supplies. The event really rolls 1d10 and adds 2 for each consumable gear or resource they have. Consumable. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we got +6 to this roll. So I think we'll press on. So everyone gains a courage. Rowena achieved bold. Lupin achieved bold. So Rowena will roll on bold. She gains prepared. Lupin, he gains prepared. So Rowena on her bold roll, she rolls a 5. Don't remember what that does. Gain 1 understanding. And Lupin gains an 8. Lupin gains +1 permanent strength. Okay, let's go. And then we need to roll on the chart. So 9 is you manage to stave off the terrible hunger. Cool. We move to the next king event, and that will be our third person down, which is Rowena, the impossible door. That's awesome. It's so cool to have something else for the portcullis key to do. I don't have the portcullis key. We haven't hit it once. But I did in one of my other campaigns, and we never hit the door. Amazing. All survivors begin the showdown in Kingdom Death. Nothing happens. Next one. Is it? It's an Ark Survivor Hunt event. There is some incredible artwork in this book, friends. If you haven't observed that yet, it is absolutely wild. A 3, Wandering Watcher. This one's not good. All survivors have to roll the dice and potentially lose an observation from a knowledge of your choice. Okay. Neville, he has no knowledges. So if he can't lose an observation, he dies on a 1 to 2. So come on, Neville. It's a 5. So he does not have anything that he can do there. Ronald, we'd love him to roll a 1 or a 2 here. It's a 10. Lose 1 from a knowledge of your choice. We'll clear that story of the 4 hands. Rowena, she has no observations. A 6, so she is fine. Lupin, I'd love for him to lose from dangerous observation. A 1, Lupin. Lose all observations from all your knowledges. If you had none to lose, the others find you lying in a puddle of dead, blah, 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 blah. He will have to use his lifetime reroll. And he gets a 5. And Alice, she doesn't have any either. 5, she's okay. Woof, nervous. Nerve-wracking. That was the Ark Survivor Hunt event. So we move on to our Scout, who does this one. And the Scout flips Unimaginable. If all survivors in the hunting party have 5 courage, ignore this event and move on. No, Neville's 1. Only 1 has 5 courage. Okay, so we need to have 16 understanding from the rest. 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3. Oh my God, we have 16 understanding. That's awesome. 16. Whew, nice. Overwhelming Darkness. Let's roll on Overwhelming Darkness. So Neville, a 2 is gain a -1 accuracy token, which he can discard. Ronald is 5. All other survivors gain +1 survival. He gains a -1 evasion token. So irrelevant. Rowena, she rolls a 6, which is she suffers a -1 evasion token, and all other survivors gain a survival. They're all at max. The Lupin, he rolls a 5, gains a -1 evasion token, and all other survivors gain a survival. So we'll just give Rowena a survival. He will actually discard the evasion token. Maybe. And last one is a 7. which is suffer a 1 event damage to the arms. That's all. The Song of the Brave. So we make it. We make it to the king. Was this the Bone Eaters? No. I'm going to buy some proper sleeves for those and order some sleeves with backs so that I can't see them. It's too annoying to do it that way. Okay, so we have arrived at the showdown. So we will manage departing survivors, applying arrival bonuses. Okay, let's head over here. There's a lot of rules. King's New Clothes. The Zone of Hush. Survivors in this zone are hushed. Ignore vibration damage. You are considered deaf. You cannot encourage, roar, scream, perform audible effects, or activate noisy gear. So that's fun. Ghost geometry. Place the monster adjacent to the target on top of as many other survivors as possible. On collision, survivors suffer brain damage, suboptimal. Current. The shock arcs through you to a survivor. Let me read this one. Survivor with Metal Gear. Cool. Wonder if that keeps going multiple times. Audio synthesis. Do not draw if all survivors are hushed. Some of my cards require energy. All right. So this deck here is the energy deck. So I'm going to shuffle that. Don't know how that works yet. This is the hit location deck. We'll shuffle this as well. On arrival, we gain 2 reroll tokens on Neville. So he has those. Yes. Specialization shield, yes. Ronald, compelled, he is done. Rowena, so she gained some survival during the showdown, which she's allowed to do. You got unyielding, we really should get her a sword, a good sword, maybe there'll be one in a king's thing. This guy, yeah, what a fun dude. Alice Guardian. So we've got 1 Guardian. We've got no physiognomy. How many Guardians do we have? Yeah, we have 2 Guardians available to reroll. Okay, so at the start of the showdown, we're going to look at the top 3 AI cards and reveal the first 3 AI hit locations. I'm going to show these off. So this one is a first strike. Your attack disappears in the darkness. You are sucked into its gaping mouth. Story event Kingdom Death. This one is Inflorescence Impervious. I don't know. This one is also Impervious. Oh my god, you can knock his head off. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, there's 2 impervious hit locations. Well, that's good to know. All right, so we have how many cards? We have 8 basic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, hang on. 1, 2. Yep, so he's just got 8 basic. Advanced, he's got 8 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I love learning a new fight, but I guarantee you I'm going to get so much stuff wrong. But it's okay. We're learning. That's part of the fun of this game, is learning. There's legendary cards. He's got 7 legendaries. Awesome. But he only gets 3 at this level. 1, 2, 3. Done. Okay, so survivors start 4 spaces away from him. So who do we want to be the target? I mean, I don't know who he targets, right? There's been a lot of synchronic attacks in this. So that is Ronald. So Ronald can be one of our targets. The other one here, here, here. Yeah, sure, Scout can go over there. I should probably do this way. Yeah. Okay. That's where we're set. I'm feeling very nervous. Have I remembered everything? Okay, so some AI cards have an energy requirement. And so if all energy listed are in play, perform the card. Otherwise, discard it and perform basic action. Now that doesn't state that you discard the energy cards, like that he consumes the energy. So I want, maybe the AI card says that. We did not ambush him, he did not ambush us, so we have our current stuff. Very good. Okay, I'm going to draw our first AI card. Let's get nervous and get excited. Metabolic Fire. Oh, sorry, the start of his turn. The beginning of the monster's turn, draw an energy card. Okay, so the energy card that we are going to draw is a death energy. When this is drawn, the survivor with the most survival loses monster level +2 survival. So we'll just have that be Alice because she's unlikely to do much. So that's fine. And then this is not a death energy symbol, so Metabolic Fire is actually discarded and we perform basic action instead. And so the basic action is the closest threat in range, so we get to choose Ghost, Geometry and Attack. So we'll do our survivor in green, which is Ronald. So Ronald, the monster, why are we doing Ronald, Deno? He's got a lot of evasion and he's got lots and lots and lots of armor. And at the start of his act, he gets armor back. Yeah, we'll do that. So let's nip over here to the Showdown board, the king. Okay, Ghost Geometry Place the monster adjacent to the target on top of as many other survivors as possible. On collision, survivors suffer 2 brain damage. So we get to choose, so I'm going to do that, which is fine because it would have been the closest anyway. Yep. Done. So it's 4 speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hitting on a 2+, which goes to 3+. 2, 1, 9, and a 7. So the 1 and the 2 are ignored. We are insane, and so the Phoenix Placard allows us to suffer 1 brain damage and ignore that hit. And that is all. So we have 1 hit remaining, and that hits the hand. 2, 3, 4 on the hand. Do we we're supposed to have +2 to all hit locations from feather armor, from the violet armor charm. Crazy. Draw an energy card. Yeah, I think we can handle drawing an energy card. So we draw another death energy. So there's 2 death. The survivor with the most survival loses 3. That can just be Ronald. 1, 2, 3. That's the end of his turn. So we know there's a normal hit location on top, as well as 2 impervious. Ronald, no. We will do, so it's our turn. I'm frothing. The Dome Buster on Lupin. In the rear of the king right now, in the hushed zone. So that doesn't matter, I don't think. No, we didn't do herb gathering, that's okay. So we will swing with the Dome Buster in the rear. And well, that's a 9, so that's a hit. And so we flip this hit location, which we know to be the Realm Keeper's face. So there is a reflex with 2 luck. And so this crit will happen on a 10, 9, 8. So if we crit, it's on an 8. Knocking him down seems good. And we wound him on a 2. Strength 6 plus the Dome Buster. Yeah, so the Dome Buster's 18. So we're wounding him on a 2. But if we want a 6 to do 3 wounds. That's a 1, which is a fail. So we are going to use one of our Guardian rerolls. So we will use our first Guardian reroll on the Scout. And we will reroll that 1. And it turns into an 8. So it is a crit because we have 2 luck. And we break the eye socket of the face hidden within the monster. It gains a -1 accuracy token and is knocked down. Great turn of events. That wound does 1, 2 because of devastating, 3 because we succeeded on 5 or higher from surpass. Lupin has done 3 wounds, so he gains dangerous observation 1, dangerous observation 2, then he loses them, and then he gains another 1, so he's got 1 systemic pressure. He's gonna be ramping up his whole body until he's just like explodes everywhere. I gotta go kill Neville. I gotta kill him. Okay, we know the next 2 hit locations are impervious, so we don't want to use the Dome Buster for that. So Lupin is done on his turn. The monster is currently knocked down. So who's got the most speed? Or do we just use the crest crown and shuffle so that we get different things? See, we really need a weapon here that has some high speed. I really should have done this because this is Lupin, so that's all fine. We'll do Fist and Tooth from Rowena. So she's going to hit on a 3. The monster's knocked down, so she's hitting on a 3 with her Fist and Tooth. 2 9s, that's 2 hits. These 2 hits are both impervious. Replace this with a random labyrinth location. What are labyrinth locations? Discard 1 energy card, okay, and archive this. Replace this with a random labyrinth location. The monster puts its corresponding labyrinth token. Ah, maybe we gained some extra tokens somewhere, didn't we? Yeah, here we go. That's what these little bad boys are. Just wondering when we'd use these bad boys. What do they mean? I don't know. Replace this with a random labyrinth location. So I'm just going to have a look at the monster's AI cards. Oh, okay. So I've fucked up already. We'll go over here. So yeah, these have a little stop hand sign on them. So that means these don't go into the set. Now that's okay because I didn't know that, because I like to not look at the cards before anything happens. So I'll shuffle that deck again, so that's fine. We've got that. So this is done. Replace this with a random labyrinth location. Then roll to win that location instead. Doesn't say that we archive that card or anything like that. So we will shuffle these and we will place the Fire Palace into play. There is the Fire Palace. I don't know what that does. This is a reflex. What? The Fire Palace ignites. Any survivors inside Kingdom Death within 3 spaces of the Fire Palace suffer 10 damage. Amazing. I fucking love this game. Critical. So we are fighting with Fist and Tooth. Rowena doesn't have any luck, so she is critting on a 9. And that's pretty much the only way she wounds here. Oh wait, he's knocked down, so we ignore reflex. 5 is a wound, a failed wound. So we'll spend a survival from someone else's survival to surge and put up a block. Block. And that survival will come from Alice. And we'll also spend a survival from Alice to dash. And she will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. We've also got to attempt to wound this one here. And again, we ignore the knocked things. That's a 1, so we will just ignore both of those. Now I'm not sure what we do with the labyrinth cards now, with the labyrinth thing. I'm going to assume that it goes into the deck, much like the Crimson Crocodile ones, but I'll look into that. So she's done, and she has surged and dashed. Our scout's just going to go, she's going to jump inside the hidden stone face, stay safe. Neville, brave Neville. Neville wants to get his shield proficiency off. Speed 6. So he will spend a survival to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 into the side. And he will swing with the beacon shield. He is accuracy 3, so he's hitting on a 3. The monster's knocked down anyway. He'll spend a survival to surge. We'll try that again. That's a Lantern 10, which is a perfect hit. So the hit location is Inflorescence. Okay, so we'll shuffle one of these again. Discard an energy card. So we'll discard that death energy. And then the Dark Forest. Don't know what's happening with these tokens yet. Oh, reflex. We ignore the reflex because he's knocked down, which is really good. I'm assuming he can be knocked down, right? Doesn't say he can't. Okay. So to wound with the beacon shield. It's 15, so he needs a 4 to wound because this guy's toughness 19. That's a 9. It is a crit, but there is no critical hit location. So we do a wound, and the reflex is ignored. Neville has triggered his shield proficiency point, and he is done, and he is surged and dashed. So we haven't done Ronald yet. Ronald is currently in base to base, but no, let's do a surge from Lupin. Spends a survival. Trying to hit with the Dome Buster. He rolls a 4, that's a hit, and we flip the Osseous Labyrinth. Oh, look at this. If at least one death energy is in play. Amazing. One death energy is not in play because we just discarded it twice. I mean, the reaction's ignored because he's knocked down, but I really love a crit here. That's a 1. We will use our second Guardian reroll on the Scout with our Systemic Pressure token. We still have 2 Guardian rerolls left on Neville. We reroll into a 3. It's a wound, or is it a wound? Dome Buster, yeah, it is a wound, but it's not a crit, and it's not enough to surpass. That's a shame. Osseous, I believe, means petrified bone. Cool, all right. Lupin has no shield proficiency points. It is devastating, sorry. So he does get an extra wound from that. And 1, 2, another systemic pressure. Limit break. Okay, it's now time for Ronald. So Ronald is going to swing with, what do we swing with here? He'll swing with Fist and Tooth. So he's sitting on 3. That's 2 hits. We get the Majestic Chest and the Stone Stem. So again, this is knocked down. So we ignore that reflex. We do have a critical. Ronald's strength is 13. So this Fist and Tooth wound will be on a 6. We'll actually do this one first. We failed to wound that location. So this one, we're wounding on it. Critting on a 2. That is a crit because we have this. So after you critically wound, gain a progress. And there's no monsters in Kingdom Death. So that is a wound from that. He'll spend a survival to surge, and he will swing again. Again, fist and tooth, the monster's still knocked down. One hit, it is inflorescence. So we're going to draw another one of these bad boys. The fingernail castle. There is a reflex, which is ignored. Man, being knocked down is a punishing thing for this guy. So there's no crit location, so he needs a 6 to wound. That is a 6, that is a wound. He hasn't critically wounded the location, so he doesn't use Story of the Four Hands. He will then move. What speed did we say he was? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everyone has gone with their surges and everything like that, so it's the end of our turn. Okay, the monster draws an energy card and he draws creation energy. So he has 1 creation in play. When this is drawn, the survivors furthest from the king suffer 2 brain damage. It says the survivor. We won't have that be Ronald, we'll have it be Rowena. So it's 3 brain damage. 1, 2, 3. She got any torment? No. Unyielding's fine. Okay, so now the monster draws his AI card and he draws a metabolic finale. So again, we don't have those 2 energies in play, so we stop and we draw basic action. The closest threat in range is either Neville or Lupin. We'll choose Neville, please. 4 speed, hitting on a 2+. He's got a -1 accuracy token, so that's a 3+. That goes to 6+ from the evasion in play. 2, 3, 3, 4. No damage, no hits. This guy is chumping it up big time so far. What to do now? So we'll do Lupin again. So he'll swing in the rear, accuracy 2, hitting on a 3+. That's a 1. Do we? Yeah, we use our next Guardian reroll from Ronald. That's a hit, and we draw Inflorescence. Oh, it does say discard 1 energy card and archive this. Great. So I'll archive those other inflorescences as well. 1, 2, 4. So we deal ourselves the Lux Miseralexia. Wow, that's an awesome hit location. So there's no critical. So Lupin is just looking for a wound. That's a 2. It is a wound, but it is not a enough to get a surpass. So it's just 2 wounds. 1, 2. So gains a systemic pressure. Goes 1, 2. Your brain swells rapidly. All survivors suffer 4 damage to the head hit location. So he is knocked down and is rolling a severe injury roll. However, he has a Dridecanthus, so he will archive the Dridecanthus and not suffer severe head injury. Rowena, 1, 2, 3, 4. To say suffer a hit? No. Ronald, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, Ronald was supposed to gain 1 armor back last turn, so that's fine. And then Neville. Okay, so that's done. So he was knocked down. He's in the hush zone, so he can't be encouraged. That is interesting. That is a good rule. That is a good rule. He can't swing again. Neville will swing with Fist and Tooth. So his accuracy 3. A 1 and a 3 is no good. He will spend a survival to Surge, Lupin. Surge for Neville. Come on, accuracy. A 5 and a 6, that's 2 hits. He gets a Chain of Silence. Whoa, critical. And Inflorescence. There's no energy cards to archive, so we'll do the Lightning Forest. Ah, awesome. This would be a great one to critical. So we're critting on an 8. And we have a reroll token in play here too. Oh, he didn't have to. Oh no, that wasn't him. Yeah, all right. Well, I think we'll try our reroll token here for the crit. So critical will be fine. Broken Chain. Gain a monster resource. Heavy Chain. Heavy Chain. Done. That's awesome. I love it. And that is a persistent injury. So exclude the spaces in front of the monster from the zone of hush. If all 4 ruined clothes, persistent injuries are in play, Limitless King. Fuck, I love this game. So he's strength 10. There's no critical on this location. Five is not a wound, but it does trigger a reflex. We'll obviously use our reroll token here to try and reroll into a 9. 6 is not enough. Reroll token goes away. So the reflex triggers. So place the Gables tree. Oh, this is a new terrain. Where is this? Oh, relax, Dino. I don't think I moved the wound over. Gables tree. This is what Gables tree says. This attack gains damage after damage current 6. Elevated, gain 2 evasion. Oh, that's awesome. You cannot do this if all of those spaces are occupied. Survivor is not on terrain. They are knee deep in the fluid. Oh, they are always affected by current. That seems unfortunate. When a survivor is not on any terrain. Okay, so this adds after damage effect current 6. Current X. The shock arcs to you to a survivor with Metal Gear up to X spaces away. So We're going to do each attack one after the other, arcing through everyone that's not on a terrain. That's unbelievably cool. Did the wound before. Okay. Basic action, targeting the attacker. The attacker being Neville with his fifth and tooth. So this is speed 4. Hitting on a 2+. It's got -1 accuracy, so that goes to 3+. And that goes to 6+. 4, 5, 2, 7. It's 1 hit. Unfortunately, that 1 hit cannot be dodged, even though I'd love to. 1 hit to the body for 4 damage. We then current, which is amazing. It does do the after damage effect of drawing an energy card. And so that draws a creation energy. And this is unreal. And he's then going to arc to someone. So it's within 6 spaces, but because of the tree being on the board, everyone is affected by current, even if you are not wearing metal. Awesome. So we get to decide who we go to. So we'll go to green, which is Ronald. He'll spend a survival to surge and put up a block. He's not having an attack, so he can do that. No. Yes. Spend a survival, put up a block. He's only evasion 1. Actually, we might not do him to arc to. We'll actually do Rowena. She will spend a survival to surge, but she'll actually spend someone else's survival. Say, Alice. And so this this attack on Alice is speed 4. Oh, the Lantern Festival top has metal. You cheeky little dog. You cheeky, cheeky little dog. Oh yeah, so this is evasion 6 targeting Rowena. So the evasion 6 is hit on 9s. We're discounting the first one from block. So that's no hits. So the current stops there because there's no after damage effect. Good. So that is, it's after damage, not after hit. Yeah, good. Okay. So we're going to use my mate Neville. He's going to use his action to shoot the arc bow. Not Neville, Ronald. So he's going to roll to hit. He hits on a 4. He has Story of the Hunter's Arrow. You must reveal the entire hit location, then attempt a wound. The trap, cool. So this one has literally just a failure of ghost geometry. We're not going to fail. This one has no downsides. Non-blind survivors in the monster's facing roll 1d10. That is incredible. All non-blind survivors, if the result is greater than their understanding, they suffer the head explosion. Oh. Okay. We'll do this majestic gut. We're critting on a 9. Yep. Critting. You strike the monster's center. If there are any catabolism energy in play, it violently exhales the stale air of the labyrinth and suffers an additional wound. There is no catabolism energy in play. So we'll just discard that. Do the majestic gut. Ronald is then going to spend a survival to surge, and he is going to shuffle the hit location deck using the crest crown because he is insane. What a wonderful turn of events having the crest crown is proving to be. I'd really like a bowmaster though. That'd be awesome. Okay. Rowena's not going to do anything. We can't stand up my mate. So that's pretty much it. We will erase this. And we advance to Chosen 3. It's bad. You may record a permanent injury you do not already have to remove a dangerous observation. We're going to do some bad stuff for Ronald. He's going to get the shit kicked out. Poor Ronald. Going to be blind and everything. That's it. That's the end of our turn. We'll stand up here with Fist and Tooth proficiency. Everyone's lost subjugated, by the way, when they left. I didn't use Water of Life, but I was planning on doing that. We'll just pretend that that's not happened. Subjugation. Okay. Monster AI card. So he draws one of these. Catabolism. All right. We have a catabolism and a creation. Royal Tax. It's a legendary card. A random survivor without a catalyzed survivor token gains it and +2 strength tokens. So, usual dealio. So, he gets the catalyze. Okay, so that's going to happen. Before that happens though, we're definitely going to do some dashing. Oh my god, he's going to have all of his energy cards on the board. That is tragic. I don't know what to do here. Okay, well, we've got plenty of dashes. So Neville, gonna dash. Got a survival, dashing. He's speed 6. Let's change the view. Amazing. Zoom out, Tenno. Zoom out. Awesome. So Neville, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Ronald. He's going to dash, and he might actually surge while he's at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think Ronald's speed is quite high. 5, 6, 7 into the rear. Rowena has no chance of getting away. But she will surge to block. Actually, I don't think she had a turn last turn, so she, yeah, she'll block. We didn't know this was going to happen, so I would have just moved to here. The tree does not block line of sight. Oh. Okay, what we're going to do with Rowena, she's going to surge. Oh, this is awesome. No, not that. She's going to surge using someone else's survival, and then she's going to dash. So she's going to use the tree. You pass through the door at the base of the tree, gain 1 insanity, and place yourself adjacent to the king in its facing. Boom, and then she's going to go boom, 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 boom. So she is done. That's awesome. She's also leveled up all for 1 to there. She'll have some survival. And Lupin's also going to dash. So no survivor is in the front. So no one's gaining 1 torment and is permanent. So we will do a surge with Lupin at this point and have a swing with his... that's a 1. We'll use our last Guardian reroll. I've not appreciated how often I've rolled that 1. That's a 9, that's a hit. It is... Oh, it's trap. I top decked the trap. Oh, awful times. Okay, the monster struggles against its bindings. Oh, search the hit location deck and discard for all persistent injuries. The attacker and all survivors that are not hushed. Oh, this is lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I can't believe I top decked the trap. Okay, so these are what all put into play without resolving their critical wound effects. There is an explosion of life and death. The attacker and all survivors that are not hushed suffer damage equal to the number of energy cards in play to monster level hit locations. There is only 2 energy cards in play. If I had drawn this trap at the next point, wowza. Wowza. There is absolutely, he's also got 2 strength tokens from Catalyze. Draw an energy card. Oh no, that's if no cards are put into play this way. The attacker and all survivors that are not hushed. So is anyone hushed at this point? So the only way to be hushed is if you are in those clothes. And there's no... Yeah, okay. So all of these clothes are now in play. So we're going to suffer 2 damage to 1 hit location. So we'll start at the top for Neville. 2 damage to the body. 1, 2. We'll move over here. Ronaldo. 1, 1, 2. Rowena. 1, 2. And finally, Lupin. 2 to the boots. He's knocked down. Boom, boom. So then, that's the end of that big bang trap. So we'll shuffle the deck together again. Fine. And then draw all of the monster's remaining energy cards 1 by 1. And then draw an AI. Archive that. Okay, there is creation. When this is drawn, the survivor furthest from the king suffers 3 brain damage. So we're all adjacent. So we will choose Neville, 1, 2, 3. Death, the survivor with the most survival loses 3 survival. That can be Lupin, 1, 2, 3. Another catabolism, 2 strength tokens. We'll give that to, he's already got one. Give it to Neville, 1, 2. And catabolise. This is catalyze, it's a survivor thing. At the start of your act, archive a token from this card and suffer 4 damage to a random hit location. I'm going to need to get some more tokens, I think. And another catabolism. Which goes to a random survivor. Yeah, actually we'll see who that random survivor is. It was Neville. And now it's... Oh, we'll put a -1 accuracy token on that one. And 2 strength. That's it. And now we draw an AI card. There is 3 catabolisms, 2 energy and 1 death in play. Oh, the awaited one. So I don't know what to do if, I mean, you would think that given that there's a discard pile for energy cards, that you would shuffle the discard pile and start it again. So that's what I'm going to do. Each survivor rolls 1d10 if the result is greater than their courage. Noted, want courage in this one. Neville. Now, do you have ignore, intimidate actions? No, you do not. That is greater than his courage. So Neville is going to suffer the flee brain trauma. So he's going to gain 1d5 survival, 5. He's going to move to the table edge and be knocked down, which is irrelevant because we're about to stand up. The next person along is Ronald. His courage is 4, but he also rolls higher. So he is going to gain 3 insanity. He's going to move 7. Also to here. He would be knocked down, but we're going to ignore that in a second. The next person along is Rowena. She rolls a 7, so she gains 1d5 insanity. 1, 2. Suffers the flee brain trauma. 1, 2, 3, 5. Knocked down. And finally, Lupin rolls a 7, so he gains 4 insanity. And he's going to move over here. So the monster converts the sound of panic heartbeats into energy. Draw an energy card for each survivor that flees. If the survivor is hushed when they flee, no one is hushed. So he'll draw the remaining 3 energy cards that he has. And that will be death, creation, and death. So when this is drawn, the survivor with the most survival loses 3 survival. So Neville. When this is drawn, the survivor furthest from the king, so that is Ronald, suffers 1, 2, 3 brain damage. And the survivor with the highest survival loses 3 survival. That is all. That is the end of the king's turn. Everyone on our team stands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is facing the most survivors, so that would have been this way. We're going to try and swing with our Dome Buster. We roll a 3, that's a hit. That is the arm rib cage. Lupin, at the start of his act, he's going to lose an accuracy token. Suffer 4 damage to a random hit location. That's going to be the body. So he will actually not stand up at the start of his act. Oh, it doesn't really matter. So he loses the accuracy token, which is fine. And then his Dry Decanthus kicks in and ignores the severe injury roll. He had 2 Dry Decanthus. Someone will encourage him. It will not be Alice because she's not on the board. It will be Rowena using Lupin's survival. So she gains another one of these. So he then stands up and then he will walk into there. The hit, can he wound? It's a 4, that is a wound. 4, and it is enough to surpass thanks to the strength tokens that we had. So we do 1, 2, 3 wounds thanks to devastating and surpass. However, 1, 2, 3. He's got 2 more systemic pressure. He's about to explode. Reflex, perform ghost geometry targeting the attacker. They are dominated. So ghost geometry, place the monster adjacent to the target, adjacent to as many as possible. Yep, so that's not possible, but what we might do is do that so we can get some rear shots. They are dominated. So dominated is you're knocked down and no one can encourage you to stand up. This is one of the coolest showdowns I have ever fought. We've got 4 wounds left. I'm actually very glad that I didn't face a thingy. Rowena's going to spend a survival from Lupin, 1, 2, to surge and dash. She's going to go 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. And she is going to put up a block. Ronald, not in range for the bow. He will swing with fist and tooth. Where are we at with this critically wound? He's going to give himself a severe injury to remove this critical wound thing. And the severe injury that he's going to give himself is like a, torn muscle. You cannot dash until the showdown ends. Skip the next hunt, gain a bleed token. That's fine. No longer dashing, and he hits twice. The Majestic Gut and the Lightning Forest. Oh, awesome. So this, we gain a critical wound on a 2+. That's a 2. If there are any catabolism energy, it suffers an additional wound. 1, 2. There is a critical from that. Ronald's strength is 15, so this is going to wound. Oh, he's going to take 4 to a random hit location. It's 4 to the hands. However, at the start of his act, he regains 3, so that's going to go there. It's going to go there from the Feather Duster set. To wound this one, he rolls a critical, which is a wound. He'll lose that -1 evasion. And that does 1 final wound. So we've got just the basic action. The question I've got now, Deno, is we can handle that. So do we want to kill Ronald? I feel like we do. Oh, how cool is this? Systemic pressure tokens go on those catalyzed cards as well, so you can actually clear off your systemic pressure tokens. That seems fine. Neville's going to go. He's going to suffer 4 damage to his body. It's a possibility that with unyielding, he would not suffer that 4, but he'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into there, and he will then use the beacon shield to put up a block 2. That's it. We're going to let him do his basic action. There's no more cards that need to be drawn, so the basic action will target Neville with his beacon shield in play. It's 4 speed. Neville has evasion 3. He's got a -1 accuracy. So 4 is a miss. 7 and 7 are hits, unfortunately. And 8 is also a hit. The 2 deflects trigger. We'll spend a survival to dodge. And we are done with the monster's turn. It's our turn again. So we just need to do 1 wound. But what we're going to do is be very smart, and we're going to jump up here. He's in here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there. Using, he can't dash. Grimjaw is no chance of getting a wound. So he's just going to take another 4 damage to random hit location on Neville, which is his head, not Neville, sorry, Ronald. So in Neville's turn, Lupin, while adjacent to another survivor, he's going to spend a survival to murder Ronald. So he's going to gain 6 accuracy, 11 strength. No, not Rowena. 6 accuracy. 11 strength. Uh, 1 evasion, 1 luck. Rowena will have her turn, so she's going to lose a token to the head. Oh, that's not good. During at the start, oh no, Rowena doesn't have it, which is wonderful. So then during her act, Neville will spend a survival to surge, and he's going to swing with the beacon shield. He hits on a 2 because he's accuracy 3. No. Yes, and he is in the rear, so that is a hit. He has his reroll token up his sleeve. Let's see if we can get a crit here, Neville. You need a 9. That's a 7. He will use his reroll token to try and get a 9. Is that a dumb move? Could roll a 1. 7 again. It's a wound. We kill the king. Incredible showdown. My favourite one of this fight. My favourite one so far. That is amazing. I'm buzzing to try and fight that again. I can't wait. That is going to be incredible. These energy cards, fun. Hushed just adds a completely new dynamic to fighting this guy. I haven't even gone into Kingdom Death yet. I love the meta-ness of Kingdom Death being a thing that you can actually face in this game. That is just incredible, like absolutely amazing. Yeah, I think that's my favourite fight that we've had in this game, at full stop, at all. There's only 5 in fluoresce locations, so there's 1 more of those tokens for something. I don't know what that is. I have by accident stumbled across the page of Kingdom Death in the book, and I'm actually going to show you a little bit of that now. I don't know how it works. I don't know what it means, but this is what it looks like. J K L. Look at this. So you're actually playing a little metagame inside the game. So you're moving around to the exit. You're trapped inside the king. That's just... The game continues to impress, friends. It continues to impress. All right. So, what do we get after defeating the king? Let us return to Showdown, or return to the... complete Showdown. The Showdown was victorious. We gain 2 Hunt XP for facing the king. Oh, Neville's going to ponder optimism. We will return and advance the year. Before we do that though, Rowena was just going to spend 2 more survival from someone, doesn't really matter, probably Neville, to get us very close to all for 1. Okay. We add the Kingsmith settlement location. And I am frothing. Because this is, again, something I've never seen. Here it is, the Kingsmith. Get yourselves ready. We came so close to getting a King's Coin. 4 basic resources coming up. Oh, I do not want to face the Butcher Next Engineer. I just want to fight that guy again. Monster Bone, Monster Hide, Monster Organ. There's our Innovate Gear. Monster Hide, boom. We got ourselves a heavy chain, which is nice. And we're going to get 5 of these. Spiral Pauldron. King's Cloth. King's Coin. Antique Bangle. And a Pylorix. Plus the chain. Where do we get Death Metal from? And what is Decomposing Labyrinth? Oh, I'm doing that. I don't know what it is, but I'm doing it. Okay, we've returned. Oh, yes, we've got luck. Oh, this is awesome. My God, I'm fucking pinging. Okay, let's do our settlement event. Let's do our stupid settlement events. And then we've got a Ponder, Optimism, level 2. All right, we'll cut. Our first one is Rivalry. I'm definitely not taking Rivalry. And so it will be Birth. Ah. We'll do Birth. Oh, I didn't even read it. I think that's you have a baby and you can archive perfect resources to do cool shit. Is that right? Oh my God, I've just realised I've done something completely wrong before. Birth. Okay, keep that out. What is the outskirts let us do? The outskirts let us do something else. So how do we get a scout discovery? I'm gonna have to read them because I think it's when you defeat a level 3 monster. Yeah, okay, I need to have a look at some of those because that's great. But before we do that, let's look up story event Luck the Wanderer. What's it called? Wanderer Luck. The game, PUVW. All right, there's no Wanderer there. Must be earlier. Self-invited guest. I wonder if it's Luck. No. Limitless King. No. Lantern Festival. Kingdom Death. No. Intimacy. Great Divide. First Meal. Extinguished Guideposts. Dreamless Respite. Devour the White Lion. Design some dandelions. Ooh, we're going to need that in a second. Death of Song. Beating Backwards. I've never done that. What's that one? A Song for the Darkness. Where is my friend Luck? Where is he? The Awaited. We definitely don't want Epilogue Victory. Alright, I don't know where Luck is. Maybe he's back here. Oh, he's in the booklet, isn't he? When you reach it, read the introduction in this book. Luck is an Ark survivor. When he reaches your settlement, Luck has the veteran ability to serve and a blind permanent injury that cannot be cured. Roll 1d10. Welcome, Luck. You've rolled a 6. We can spend a hide resource to dress his wounds. I don't really care about you, Luck. You seem like you suck. Was there a way to do Luck in this? Did we? No. I'll have to ask Scribe Guy. It's a male wanderer. His name is Luck. And he's created. Okay, Luck is an Ark survivor. He has the veteran ability, the Servant of Fate impairment. Veteran. Servant of Fate. and a blind permanent injury. That can never be repaired. He starts with -1 accuracy, 1 luck, torment, 1, systemic pressure, none, 2 Lumi, 5 courage, 5 understanding. Doesn't say anything about bold rolls or anything like that. So that is just his disposition. Wonder if there is, yeah, we'll just put his disposition here. Currently 0, but if we give him a hide, it will go to 1. Awesome. So I don't know why we gain fortune and misfortune to the knowledge deck, but so be it. Where is Lux cards? Did he have a little thing? Stand by, friends. All right, I'll have to see if there's a solution in here. In Scribe, but I'm not sure. So we can add a Lumi, or luck gains a Lumi rather, and at this point, I mean he's got a decent weapon, but the downsides feel very significant. So I feel like it's unlikely. An 8. All departing survivors whistle along and gain an evasion token. Luck gains an evasion. Cool. Yeah, so here's his stuff. He's got a cloak, which is basically you may concentrate, gain +1 luck or gain luck tokens instead of reroll tokens. And this is a stick. But no one but him can use these. And I don't think he's worthwhile enough. And here's his knowledge card. On arrival, gain a luck token. Everyone else gets a systemic pressure. What? And then while luck is on the showdown board, everyone else gains unwieldy. If they roll a 1, you get a damage to yourself. That seems bad. We may actually not be supposed to do that. Rank 1 at all yet. Yep, I'm not sure. I don't think I'm gonna use him. I don't think he's gonna go out, but cool. He's not gonna depart. I've got no time for scrub tier fucking stats like that. But that goes in the knowledge deck, so that's done. I think we are done with all of our things. So let's put in some gear into the storage. We have King gear. We have a Pylorix. We have an antique bangle. We have a King's cloth. We have a King's coin, which is death metal, nice. We have a spiral pauldron. we have a heavy chain. Then we've got monster hide, monster organ, monster bone, monster hide, so we'll just add one hide. And for our innovate, we should have plenty of endeavours, so we will innovate. We'll definitely use shrine this year because I don't think we're going to werewolf again. That was fun, but it's the butcher this year, so I don't think we need a werewolf. Werewolf! We're definitely going to use the mighty bone axe. I think we're just going to tank with evasion and beacon shield, and then I definitely forgot to give everyone one survival at the start of our act from the gear. There's a lot happening over here, friends. Have a look. There's a shit ton of stuff happening here. I'm absolutely going to miss stuff whilst I still learn all the new things, but I feel like this is Kingdom Death to the max, and I'm here for it. Okay, so I'm just, the other thing that I think I got wrong was scout discoveries, right? So if we go and have a look at the scout section under here, so I was thinking the scout discoveries, after the settlements integrates pictograph, I see it's on pictograph, that's why I didn't know. That's why you got to have these little things. And look at them. Pictograph, the first time a level 3 quarry monster is defeated, gain the scout discovery for that monster. Right, so the scout discovery is actually one of these. It has its own thing. So we have defeated the Smog Singers, the Phoenix, and the Crimson Croc. So there's the Phoenix, there's the Smog Singers, and there is the Crimson Croc. So as you can see, it says gain the tablet gear, and then you actually roll on this. So we'll do these now and see what we get. So the Staircase of Blood when we defeated the Crimson Croc. That's cocked, fortunately, because that was very close to a 1. A 4. So each survivor may remove a disorder of their choice. I don't think we've got that many disorders, but let's get rid of that really bad one that I had before. Let's get rid of... It doesn't actually state returning survivors, but I suppose it happens in the aftermath. Not sure. Lupin's body count is 2 now, by the way. Murder. So Salazar will remove secretive. Yeah, I'm not sure that we've got that many things. So we'll move on to the next one. So this is the Smog Singers one, and we roll a 2. Oh, remove all disorders from each survivor. Ghost Pepper resource. Oh. Remove Smog Singers from the quarry list and murder from the settlement event deck. Oh my god. That's awesome. You can never hunt them, but you can, yeah, cool. And finally, Nest of Beards, the Phoenix, which was only last Lantern year, so that's a 4. Gain 2 random resources from a random quarry monster in your campaign. So we will do, from top down, an 8 is the king. So 2 random resources from a random quarry monster. Antique Bangle, give us a death metal. Antique Blade. Cool. Okay. So now I think we're done. And we can finally flip us out some knowledge cards, decide what we want to do with this berth. We need to clear off chosen. All for one's leveled up. Chosen's leveled up. And that's very good. Who do we want to berth and archive to gain this? Permanent green affinity feels alright, but I'm not sure we'll do anything there. All for one under optimism. Nope, that's not optimism, it's collectivism, you idiot. Looks like there's a lot of cool collectivism cards that I haven't seen. So that one's in, that one's in, that one's out. We do actually have someone to ponder, don't we? Who was our ponderer? Neville? Was it Neville? Yeah, so Neville may ponder optimism. And Neville's moved into level 3 of optimism. Yes. Rank 3. Optimism. Gain a Lumi. Yay. And roll the dice. Well, we don't want a 4 or lower. That's a 7. Gain better than this. Oh man, I would love to have rolled an 8, 9 or 10. 3 courage and +1 movement. Better than this. So we're gonna clear sword and shield style and gain better than this. During your act, you may spend up to 5 insanity to gain that much survival. I don't want that. We'll keep sword and shield style. But we have to add it to the deck. Optimism has mostly negative level ups. And, oh, you are the best thing anyone has ever seen until they see the next better version of yourself. Gain +1 strength from our collective cognition of 24. Good on you, Nev. One speed, 1 strength, 1 evasion. We could do all of these. We'll flip these for our forum. Call the Storm. Call the Storm is actually quite tasty as we start to level up weapon proficiencies. Tumble, what a shit one. Strength training, also shit. Guardian. Well, we'll probably buy another Guardian. Okay, so let's go and see what we can craft from the Kingsmith. Death King Boots, Death King Plate Mail, Grand Kingslayer. I don't know what any of these are. Let's look at them. Okay, the Kingslayer, sharp and refined. If you attack from the monster's face and cancel reactions on the first selected hit location, lovely guitar specialization on a sword. What's refined? Does anyone know what refined is? If you know what refined is, let me know. I don't think I'm taking any of those knowledges other than Guardian, maybe. Refined. Let's go into the wonderful refined. When this fails to wound, you may re-roll the wound attempt? Well, that is a sword and a half. And we can make that, can we? No, we can't make the Kingslayer. Wow. We need a leather. We can make that. Okay, now hang on. I've got to think. Calm down, Darren. Calm down. Got a tank. Death Knell. This Royal Lantern is incredible. Starts 2 spaces closer on the start space on the hunt board. Oh my god. This is like changing up the game. Death King Greaves. Show off your King's coin. If you are in the monster's field of view, it is knocked down. You can surge and do that. Oh my god, what do you need to make that? Oh, you need a death metal. How do I get death metal? Death King Plate Mail gives you hushed. Nice, okay. Death King Boots. Amazing. Well, okay, let's think about the weapons here. So, I can make the Grand Kingslayer. Look at this. When you critically wound the monster, if you have no armor points and all your injury level boxes are filled in, the monster is slain. How would you do that, I wonder? Is there a way to actually manufacture that? I don't know. Unlikely. Okay, so Royal Lantern, Royal Medallion, Usurper. I can make the Usurper. It's a 2-handed grand axe. Oh my god. If you would be knocked down by an adjacent monster, instead the monster is knocked down and suffers a wound. What? Oh my god. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What do I need to make that Usurper? Spiral Pauldron. You have to have a death metal. And you have to have an iron. Okay. Before I get too crazy here, I'm going to look if I can craft the Lantern Helm, yes. The Lantern Gauntlets, what do I need? I need 6 leather. How much hide do I have? I have 9 hide. I'm going to spend one of these to make some leather. Let's have a look at this. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. and let's say that is 5. So we're then going to make some leather. 5 leather. Done. So now, can we craft the lantern gauntlets? We need 1 more leather. Okay, and we need 2 iron. So where is the iron that we have? We have 3. However, we don't have any here, so that means it's elsewhere. The Phoenix has the black skull, which is an iron. And the King has the sword, which is an iron. And finally, we have the spiral pauldron, which we need to make the cool weapon. So, if we go back to the blacksmith, I can make the helm by using all of my good shit. Okay, so I don't think we're going to make any of that this year. So let's go back to the Kingsmith. Okay, we now have some more options here because I have leather. I can make the Kingslayer with an ancient blade, a leather and a king's coin. The plate mail. So the issue that we have, we're about to face the butcher, level 3, and if he beats you, he rampages through the settlement and kills everything and destroys everything. So we really probably want to spend the majority of our resources now so that we're done on that front. So what I'm thinking is I may archive the perfect bone, perfect hide, perfect organ on our birth and give that someone a whole pile of affinities. I'll then spend some Lumi so that I can decide which thing they get. And then I can also potentially pick a knowledge thing. So +1 strength, +1 evasion, +1 speed, permanent blue, permanent red, permanent green affinity is what I'm thinking about. The lucky dice, I don't have a black lichen. And so if we go and look at the gaming gazebo, I don't think there's anything I can make from the gaming gazebo because I can make the cuirass. What do we need for that? Yeah. I probably want the lantern helm. What does that require? Lucky dice as well. We don't have a black lichen because I fucking stupidly spent a black lichen that I should have kept, but to do another gaming gazebo, so. Decisions, decisions, friends. Decisions, decisions. We've got a lot of organs currently floating around, I think, from the Phoenix. So I am going to make another monster grease, I think. I'm going to come back. I need to think, so I'll come back shortly. Okay, so we're making a Kingslayer. Job done. We are going to archive all 3 of those resources and we're going to make easily the greatest character in the entirety of Harry Potter, our brave survivor, Dobby. There he is. Dobby, we've spent some Lumi to turn him into a collectivist. He is believing in himself, which is not really what I wanted out of Dobby, but he is guardless, so needs to pop that evasion. But maybe we'll be able to do that. We might be able to do some cool shit actually with evasion. Yep. So we made the Kingslayer. We've done Dobby. We've got ourselves a whole pile of resources that I can't really spend, don't really want to spend, because I'd like to save them for the next king fight. So we are just going to go and pull binding chains and release a lifeless exhalation from the decaying realm, decomposing labyrinth. I don't know what this does. I wonder if we'll be able to do it multiple times. Let's go and have a look. Here it is. You take a final breath and hold it. Nominated survivor. If they have legendary lungs, add 2 to their roll result. Oh, that's amazing. So, the only way to get the Regal Signet Ring is to have legendary lungs. We intentionally killed our guy with legendary lungs, so that sucks. All right, we're going to nominate a shit guy to run into the decomposing remains of the labyrinth. And that survivor will be someone with a reroll, someone who sucks. Vernon has his reroll, so we'll send Vernon in. He rolls a 7, gain a death medal. The passage begins to crumble towards you. Prevail to escape or lose your spoils and die. He'll spend 4 survival, prevail, and he will gain a death medal. I do not know if the intent here is that that's a once per lantern year thing. It doesn't say so. So I'm going to nominate another survivor. And that survivor will not be Vernon. Sybil? No, Sybil's okay. Protego? Yeah, we'll do Protego. So Protego runs into the maw, rolls a 9. Grounded ability and 1 death medal. She's going to go in again. And she will roll a 5. So she will spend her lifetime reroll to reroll that. And she rolls a 9. Add another death medal. So her lifetime reroll is done. Who was it? Protego. Lifetime reroll used. So we will go one more person. Petunia, you absolutely suck. So Petunia will run in there. She rolls a 1. She will spend her lifetime reroll. She rolls a 3. She prevails, so that's nothing. So we now have enough death metal to use some of these things in the storage, which is great. So let's craft Death King plate mail. Yes. Let's craft Death King boots. Yes. Let's craft the Usurper. Yes. Now, we may find out that that's not doable, but I'm okay with it. Can I now craft anything from the blacksmith location? Do I have enough resources? could craft a lantern dagger, and I do have the ability to turn that lantern dagger into a lucky dagger. What did the lucky dagger look like? It's actually okay, but I'm not really a dagger guy. Sharp dagger's good. What does this need? We just need one more iron. And what does this need? 2 leather and 1 iron. Where are my 3 scrap? My 3 scrap are none there. 2 antique bangles. No, I don't want to spend those, but I suppose I could smelt those into a leather or smelt those into an iron, and I don't have a lot of other hide left, do I? No, I have just not quite got enough leather to make. How many more leather do I need? I need 2 more leather for that. I could craft that. Where are the bones that I'm spending? I'm spending all of the bone. Yeah. I'm not sure. If we don't kill the butcher, it's a disappointing turn of events, but we're probably still okay. So, yep. We'll leave it at that, friends. We'll leave it at that. So I am. I'm not going to buy any of these. I don't think we may buy Call the Storm maybe for Dobby, but we're very much getting to the end game now. I just want to face that king again, and I can't. So we've got our new gear. We've got the Death King plate mail, the Death King boots, the Usurper, the Kingslayer, and that is that. Catch you on the next episode. Big Deno out.